Let me strike a pose right here. Hey everybody, Monkey Wrench Mike. We got a little repair today on the 560 SEL, the W126. I got a bad radiator. Remember we tried to fix it with some of that JB Weld? Did not work, so we're getting a new radiator today.
Lifting our engine mounts to Jesus, because you lift me up.
You know what this is? Yes, it's my new favorite old car. And she has a leak. Okay, so we drove it to work. We tried the JB Weld. We really tried, but there is a leak right here. So I have a new radiator. So what we're going to do is put on the new radiator, or radiator for my friends across the pond. This isn't difficult to do if you haven't done this before. Literally, it's just a couple of hoses. I think it's two on top, two on bottom. Then you have two transmission lines. Drain it first. Don't make a big mess, and then put in the new one. This is gonna go easy. We're gonna go super easy with this car, right? Okay, this is gonna be a nice and easy fix. Okay, step one, radiator drainage. Let me show you where this is. You've got three little holes here in this radiator support. You wanna go to the third one, because that's your cap right there, okay? So, a couple of twists of the screw driver, and can you see? Yeah, this will start to drain. All right, let's see if I can show you. I'm sorry about this camera work. It's starting to go. Here we go. There's no turning back now. Okay, see, just a little flow. You want more flow? Release the vacuum. Okay, so you come up on top. Release this right here. And see, can you hear? Now we got spillage. I do have to admit, that sound right there will make you have to run to the bathroom 2 or 3 times while you're in the middle of your procedure here. So these are very easy to do. You want to loosen this up. At this point, because these things have been on here for, I don't know if this is an original, it's a Bear, it could be. So this could be sitting here for years and years, but if there's any reason you want to save your radiator, be very careful when you take these things off, because this little nipple right here, super brittle. This little neck right here, super brittle. But since I'm replacing the radiator, I should be good. Now's a good time to also check out your hoses. This is really good. That's a good one. We'll see what the bottom two look like. Basically what I do, kind of get under here, just loosen them up, push them. You don't want to break the plastic if you're saving the radiator, but you just kind of push them. Hopefully we've drained enough so this doesn't leak. No leakage. Okay, that's a good thing. We'll get under here. Very easily push this off. I'll show you what the nipple looks like here in just a second. Okay, very easy. Don't break the nipple on your overflow bottle either, because that is a pita. Okay, so look, see, right there. There's your little nipple. You want to keep that intact. There's your little neck. You want to keep that intact. If you're reusing the radiator, if you have to take it off to access something. Well, there you go. In true monkey wrench fashion, somebody threw me a curveball. So, okay, if you look way down here, there be 2 hoses way down here. And of course, the little screw to loosen up the clamps, yeah, it's butted right up against this radiator shroud. Okay, so to get the radiator shroud off, you got to take the radiator fan off. That is held on by 4 bolts. It just goes right in here to this wheel. Okay, except It's supposed to be all 10s, okay? 10mm bolts. See 3 right there? See the big one that doesn't belong? Hello? Yeah, someone has put a larger right there. The one in the, let's call that 10 o'clock position, is a little bit larger than the others. So anyway, not a big deal. All we have to do now to get the shroud off is literally, you have 2 clips right here. And he gets to sit right there. You got another one right here. Let me do this left-handed. And it just comes off just like that. See? Okay. Sit there with your friend. And then this just slides up and out of the way. Okay? This is your radiator fan shroud. Voila. Not a biggie. Not a major setback at all. This car is going to cooperate because I'm going to have him for a long, long time. Okay, look way down here. See this hose way down here? Maybe you need some lights. Let me illuminate the subject. Okay, here we go. Yes, there. 2 bottom radiator hoses. This was the one that I couldn't get to right there. Okay, then I got another one up right here. So you can use a Phillips, you can use a flat head screwdriver. You can also use like it's maybe a 7 or 8mm wrench. All right, I just have screwdrivers right here with me, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to attack it with this. We're going to take those 2 things off. Let the radiator fluid antifreeze. Let it flow, baby, let it flow. And then we'll do the 2 transmission lines, and we should be good to go. All right, there's one. Super, super easy. Oh. Yeah, when you're holding the camera with one hand, and you got a tool in one hand and you want to go to the other hand, where does the tool go? Right in your mouth. Okay, so let's get this one loosened up. Oh, don't move, don't move, don't move. Okay. Okay, we'll let this get loosened up. Hopefully you can see what's going on. This guy's moving a little bit. Okay, now let's see if we can let the bottom part drain out. Time now for the transmission lines. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I've got one right there. I still got this one. These are 17s. Where's my little 17? Oh, it's a 19. No, they're 19s. Okay, basically right here. See that? Boom, pop it and lock. Pop and lock. And you're going to loosen it up. You can clean it up too, because what you're going to do is take a glove, an old work glove, and you're going to wrap it around this so you don't leak transmission fluid everywhere, and then you zip tie the glove. That's actually what I did right there. See the zip tie? Yeah, I got an old glove. That way you don't leak everywhere. Another tip, okay, I've got the radiator fluid, the antifreeze, all drained into one bucket. I have another bucket that I'm going to let this transmission fluid leak out of, because there is some still in the radiator, and you can kind of look at that and kind of judge how much you'll have to use to replenish the fluid. Okay, it just gives you a good idea of how much you lose. So before this starts flowing, we're going to go down here. We're going to move this just a little bit. Bring this pan over, and not a lot's going to come out, I hope. But should that happen, I'm prepared. Okay, we're going to loosen this up. Okay, see it kind of pour out? I've got this one. I'm holding it up. What I'll do is take my old glove right here, zip tie it, and I won't be leaking anything at all. Look how pretty. Yep, we got that wrapped up. We got that wrapped up. We got all the hoses disconnected. We're here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 clips that we remove, and this thing will easily come out. I am trying not to get upset. I'm trying not to cuss, because this is going to be a good car. Okay? So let's just get these little clips out. Okay? All right. What we have to do now is take this out. Oh, okay. There's a little bit of weight to it. But she should just lift out. Look at that. Look at that. Okay? And then we're going to tilt her this way so nothing else comes out. We are making progress. And look at this. Yes, sirree, Bob. Isn't this gorgeous? Yeah, this is a new radiator. Oh, it's going in to her new home right there. Okay? We made another video about all of the belts. So that was a good thing. I'm sorry about this camera work right now, but I'm just trying to get this girl into her new home. Okay, remember there's 2 tabs at the bottom that she's gonna have to sit on. She fits like a glove. All right, first thing I did, I made sure you got 2 tabs at the bottom of this. They go in the holes with the rubber grommet. Then I attached the, okay, see there? And see there? Those are transmission lines. So that's a 19. I made sure those are nice and tight. I've got the bottom 2 hoses ready to tighten up right here. I think I'm gonna have to keep the clamp going up like this because you can't tighten it from the bottom. And then I have the upper radiator hose right here that I have to tighten up as well. And then I'm gonna attach that one to the little magic nipple right there. So let me do that and we'll come back and she should be all buttoned up except for the shroud and the fan. Remember this had one of those oddball bolts? Yeah. So we'll get this tightened up. We'll come back when the fan is almost on. Okay, so what have you learned, class? Well, don't tighten everything up until you get these little holes aligned on your pulley and your water pump. Yes, sirree, Bob. What is that? That's a little piece of plastic. Okay, but she is all tightened up. Okay, you want to make sure that this kind of spins freely without hitting your fan shroud. Make sure that's all locked down. Check all your little connections. Here's good, here's good, this is good, this is good. Everything down below is good. Then you want to fill her up. They say 13.7 US quarts to completely fill her. I don't know how much came out of the engine, but remember I try to keep these 2 things, the transmission fluid and the antifreeze, separate, so I know about how much I need to put in. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Oh, and look. What is this? Oh. That's from the old pump. The old radiator. How'd you get in there? That's gross. Okay. Now this isn't oil from the radiator. I hope. This is oil that was in here before. I hope. Okay. Now we're going to put in some antifreeze, start it up, let it kind of work its way through the system. We're going to check out the transmission fluid and we should be good to go. All right, as you can see, she's doing pretty good. Yeah, we have a little bit of a fluctuation with the idle. That's something else to work on, but coolant system is good. Everything else is good except for the radio. Maybe a couple of other issues, but I'm going to call it a win for Monkey Wrench Mike here and the beautiful 126. All right, stay tuned. We got another video coming down the pipeline. Folks, please like, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.